Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Beth with Create with Beth, and today we are going to be making this card here. We'll be using one of the card sketches from our card sketchbook for my card sketch series. If you are new here, I am doing a series of card sketches using the book Make It From Your Heart by Close to My Heart Volume 4. So if you haven't seen the earlier videos that I did, you might want to go back and watch those. Today we're going to be doing pattern number 4, which is this one here. I will hold that up so you can take a screenshot of that design. And here are a couple samples made with that design from the book. So what we're going to do today, this is going to be a start to finish card. I'm going to include all the steps with you. It is going to make the video a little bit longer, but I know that people who are beginning card makers really do appreciate seeing all those steps that I go through. So we're going to be doing that. So like I said, this is the card we're going to be making. It's a bright and cheerful get well card. I don't have any get well cards, so I thought maybe I should make some. We're going to be using a stamp set from Fawn that is called On the Mend. It's an older one. It's got all these really cute little images in here. Flowers, a band-aid, a turtle, Kleenexes, soup, little bug, and some really cute sentiments. Sorry you caught a bug. From all of us, wishing you a speedy recovery, sending hugs. I'm here for you. Get well soon and feel better. We're also going to be using a couple dies from Stampin' Up. These are the Stylish Shapes dies, and I'm using the 2 largest circles that come in that collection, so we'll be using those. We're going to be using some pattern paper that is also from Stampin' Up. So I'm sorry, not Stampin' Up, Fawn. So when you order from Fawn, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll include some free, just a little free gift. Usually they give you some twine, and they also give you some pattern paper. And so these are some of the papers that I received for free. So we're going to be using some of those. And then because I used up most of the paper with that first card, I'm going to bring in the really rainbow paper pack from Fawn, and we'll be choosing a couple designs from this. So let's get started. To begin, we're going to need a card base that measures 5.5 by 4 1/4, or I'm sorry, 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. I am using some heavy weight cardstock from Nina Solar White heavyweight cardstock. It's 110 pound. It's pretty substantial. So we're going to go ahead and use that. I got my trimmer out here, and I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. Going to press down pretty hard because this is really thick paper. So we have our card scored, and we'll go ahead and fold that, and we'll burnish it really well to get that to stay down. There we go. And then we're going to cut some of this pattern paper. So what I need to do, I will bring in the book here. If you look at the designs, they chose to do some ink splotching on the design and just not put down a piece of pattern paper first. I'm going to put down some pattern paper instead. So we'll go ahead and see what we can find in this really rainbow pack. Let me see. Do we want to do that? Yeah, let's do that. So see what we can find that would make a good background and not necessarily be too in your face. That's kind of cute. This is nice. I like that. I'm terrible about figuring out what colors will go good together. This one's nice too. I think we're going to go with this one. Hopefully it won't be too busy. And I apologize, my neighbor is mowing. So we're going to take this card, or this piece of pattern paper, and we're going to cut this down to 5.5 by 4 1/4, so it's going to fit right on the front of our card. Excuse me, my allergies are acting up. We're going to save this piece because we're going to put that on the inside of our card. We'll rotate our card, go to 4 1/4. I just love these bright and cheerful colors on this card. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this down on our card front. See if I can get this on here even. Oh, well, I probably should have used wet glue for this, but I didn't. And it looks like my cutting is a little bit off, but I'm going to leave it. Okay, so we have that down. Now we're going to bring our trimmer back in, and we need to cut some pieces. We are going to cut our first piece at 2 inches by 4 1/4. So I believe this is already 4 1/4 from when oh no, it's not actually. All right, so 2 inches. And then we'll turn it and cut it at 4 1/4. There we go. So we have this first piece, and then we're going to need to cut a second piece that measures, oh, actually we need to come up with another color. So let's bring our rainbow pack back in, and I think we will use, I would like to get another blue color if I have one. Unfortunately, I don't have the color blue that I wanted. I must have used that up already. I really wanted to have, let's do this. Let's take this piece and cut down these stripes here to try to get, I wanted to try to get a blue shade. So we'll cut these down, and then we're going to cut this to a 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. So we'll stick this in here. Actually, I want this side. It's not quite the same color blue that I had going for me. Is that right? That does not look right. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's why. Okay, so we need a 1 inch piece. I was like, that is definitely not the right size. I'm looking at the wrong measurements there. So we have a 1/2 inch, or I'm sorry, we have a 1 inch by 4. Okay, so we have this one. If I can pick it up, I'm having trouble with this. And then our last piece is going to be this pink. And this one is going to be a 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. I hope I'm not confusing you with all these measurements. Let me go over them again real quick so that you understand and I'm not confusing you. You're going to need 3 pieces of pattern paper. The first one is going to be 2 inches by 4 1/4. The second one is going to be 1 inch by 4. And the third one is going to be a 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. Okay, so what we're going to do with these two here is we're going to dovetail them. And to do that, you just cut straight up the middle and then from corner to corner, just like so. And we're going to do that with both of those. Well, that one didn't turn out very good. Let's try again. There we go. Okay, so there are our dovetail pieces, and we'll go ahead and put these together now. So for our first piece, we're going to put this on the left side of our card front, just right up to the edge, just like that. And then we're going to take our second piece and this one is going to go overlapping that first piece just like so, and then we'll take our last piece and that's going to overlap these two. Okay, so we end up with something that looks like this. So cute. So now we'll go ahead and work on our focal image. So I'm going to bring in some cardstock here, and I have the flower image. And where did I put my memento? Here it is. Get my Memento Tuxedo Black ink out, and we'll go ahead and ink this stamp up good. Stamp that down just like so. I really love Lawn Fawn. It is one of my absolute favorite companies to use. It's so cute. And then where did I put, here we go. I have the Get Well Soon sentiment, and we're going to, I've kind of curved that on my block. I don't know if you can see that. I curved it to go around the flower image. So we'll go ahead and stamp that up, and we're going to stamp that right at the top, so it just kind of curves right around that little image there. Okay, that is all we need. Actually, let's do the inside real quick. I have my ink out. I do not want to put my hand in that, so we'll open this up. For the inside, I have the sentiment, wishing you a speedy recovery. So we'll go ahead and stamp that. I love the font that Stampin' Up! Uses. It's such a cute font. All right, let's put this away before I wear it. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and take that piece that we cut off the front, and we're going to stick that in our card at the bottom here. This ties in the front with the inside. Go ahead and stick that down and trim it off. There we go. I might need to add a little bit more adhesive down here. Okay. So cute. All right, so that's what we have so far. So let's bring this back in, and we're going to do some coloring. I'm wondering if I need to switch out one of these colors though, because my blue is not going to match that now. Let's see, do I have a color that will work? That is the question. So this is more of a teal color. Let me see what I got here. I don't really have something exactly that color. I have this one. I don't think that's more of a green. Let's see. This might work. This might work. This is Lush Verdant from I can't talk. Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend Markers. This is the navy blue. And we're going to go ahead and color our flowers in. It's a little bit darker than what I wanted, but at this point we're going to go with it. So I hope everyone is having a fabulous day today. I know I am. I'm excited because tomorrow is my birthday. And we are going to You know what? I don't think I like that color, to be honest. I'm going to go back to my original. It's just too... Let's bring this back in. I'm going to... Sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm going to stamp that again, and we're gonna color that again. But anyway, tomorrow is my birthday, and we're going to Frankenmuth here in Michigan, which is a German-themed town. It's got all kinds of German restaurants and stores, and it's just a really fun place to go. They have the largest Christmas store in the world there called Bronner's, and it's a joy to walk around, and the food is fabulous. So we're going to be going there tomorrow. I get my birthday dinner free, which is awesome. Okay, I'm going to go in with a different color now. It might not completely match the blue in our card, but I'm going to go with it. So this is Azure Afternoon, the light Stampin' Blends. And we're going to go ahead and carefully color our flowers in. When I did my original version, I bled badly. So I'm going to try not to do that this time. I'm going to try to have a lighter hand. We had so much fun last night. We've been trying to implement a family game night once a week. And so last night we played Monopoly. And oh my gosh, that game went on for hours. I want to say we were at the 3-hour mark. I was the first one out, which always happens when I play Monopoly. I lost all my money. I'm terrible at it. And my youngest daughter did awesome. She ended up with all the property and all the money, and she became the... I think they ended up quitting before they finished because everyone was kind of over it by then, but she ended up winning. So that was kind of funny. But I'm not a good Monopoly player. I don't know. All right, we're going to bring in Lemon Lolly, and we're going to do the centers of our flowers. This is the light. And yes, these are Michigan colors. And yes, I am a Michigan fan. So I had to do some Michigan flowers. It's still bleeding a little bit, but we're just going to ignore that. And then, so I don't get in trouble with the state fans, I'm going to bring in my Tri-Blend marker. This is the light green blend. And we're going to use this. Did I use the middle one? I think I did. So we'll go ahead and do some green for you state fans out there. I'll try to be fair to everyone. I'm not doing any blending. I'm just doing basic coloring. I just don't feel like doing a lot of blending today. Okay, so we got that done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our smaller size die and we're going to cut this out. I'll get my mint tape out here and secure that down. What I'm doing now is taking a lot of the sticky off of the back of that mint tape because it does tear my paper. I think I have an off brand of the mint tape because it doesn't work that well. It tears my paper consistently. So we have this, and then we're also going to bring in a piece of, I believe this is, let me check what color. Hold on. This is Granny Apple Green from Stampin' Up. So we're going to go ahead and cut a larger circle on this. Let's get that sticky off. It will definitely tear this cardstock. You can use washi tape as well to cut these off. I'm going to cut this down so it will fit through my die cut machine a little bit better. And hopefully I can run these both through at the same time. Okay, I'm going to go off camera for a minute and we're going to run these through the die cutting machine. Okay, we've run these through the die cutting machine. And let's see if we can not tear our paper. So we're going to gently fold that back on itself. There's that one. Do the same thing with this one. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and adhere this circle to the green circle. I hope I'm staying in frame. I apologize for my other video where I was partially out of frame. Not good. I'm trying to get better at that. I film on my phone and it's really, oh, that's not quite straight. It's really difficult for me to see what's going on. Actually, I can't see what's going on with the phone. Okay, we have that, and now we're going to take some dimensionals and pop our image up. Yeah, I have a camera, but I can't figure it out as far as uploading videos and stuff. I really probably should use that instead of my phone, but I am technologically challenged. Unfortunately, I don't understand a lot of that stuff, so that's why I don't really edit my videos. I just film them and hope for the best, so you get to see all my mistakes. But in a way, I think that's good. I think it's good that you see that I'm not perfect, and there are times I have to figure out how to make something better. This is going to go right here. So I include the mistakes. So we have that. Isn't that bright and cheerful? I just love that. We're going to bling this up, and I'm going to bring in these tinsel gems from Stampin' Up. And we'll take a couple. Ah, they're sliding off. Oh dear. We'll take a couple of these, if I can get it out without destroying the package. That does not want to come out. There we go. All right, let's bring in my take your pick tool. Let's see, we have one who wants to come off. Whoops, I'm just having all kinds of trouble, guys. Well, we're gonna put this one down here, and then we'll go in with one right here. It's not quite the same green color, but it's close enough. I didn't have anything that matched exactly. Okay, and there is our card complete. Isn't that cute? I love the bright and cheerful colors. I think this would make someone feel better. I'll bring in the first one I made so you can see them both. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me bring in the sketch one more time so that you can screenshot it if you haven't already. Super easy to do, doesn't take very long at all, and you could do so many different things with this if you wanted. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you will give it a like and a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Come back next time for another card sketch video, and I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.